David Fight, you old biscuit-eating bulldog. How you doing?
I am doing great. How are you, good sir?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm doing a whole heck of a lot better than my Uncle Hector. Hey, do you know my Uncle Hector, right?
I do. I do.
Well,
know that.
I'll tell you, my friend, he's had a rough one. Okay, I mean, when I say he's had a rough one, this man's had a rough one. Okay, I'll tell you what he's going through. Since you asked, Uncle Hector he's really had a tough time. You know, he's an older man. He's in the twilight of his years. He's looking back. He's got a lot of regrets. He's talking to his friends. He goes to the mall. The mall's not even there anymore. That's a regret. He goes to all the things he could have bought at the mall when they had the Hot Topic. There's no more Hot Topic. There's no more mall, so he can't even go there. That's one regret. He goes down the street, and there's the old ice rink, and that's not there anymore. That's another regret. He said, "Why would I go to an ice rink in Florida?" But the thing is, why wouldn't you do that? How else are you going to go ice skating in Florida? So he's there, he's in the parking lot, he looks at where it used to be, and he goes, no ice is going to develop there naturally on its own. I made a mistake. So that's the second mistake. He goes down the street, he goes and he goes to the school that he went to. He never took school seriously, and that school's been shut down a long time ago because of the asbestos and the lead paint, and that's a regret. He thinks, why didn't this school was built in the 80s, long after we knew about asbestos and lead paint, and they're exposing these kids knowingly to known neurotoxins that are going to cause them to have all sorts of issues later on in life. That's a regret. It's more of a regret on behalf of others, but it's still a regret. So he leaves there. He thinks, I don't know what I'm going to do. So he goes to the bar, as many people with regrets go to, unfortunately. He's at the bar, and he sees his old friend, Willie Stantham. Okay, and he says, it's Willie Stantham, you old such and so. And then Willie says, oh, is that Uncle Hector? Oh, boy, Uncle Hector, I haven't seen you since you used to scream at me outside of the ice skating rink and say, why are you going in there? That's foolish. Hey, how you doing? He goes, I'm not doing good. What do I say, Willie, I'm not doing good, Willie. I'm having a rough one, as they say. I'm having a rough one, Willie. And he goes, what's the problem? And he says, oh, I'll tell you, Willie. Oh, Willie, you know about as well as anyone out there, Will. I used to call you Will. I'll call you Will now, Willie. I look back and I think of everything I could have done. You know, I went into the war. It doesn't matter which one. I went into the war, and that was a bad one. I mean, when I say it was a bad one, that bore was a bad one. And I was in it, and I got a lot of regrets. And Willie says, you regret the killing? You went, not so much. I regret the opportunity cost of what I lost by going into the war instead of pursuing something that would have brought me so much more success. You know, like our classmate. You know the one. And Willie goes, yeah, no, I know the one. Like old Bobby McAdams there, right? He goes, Bobby McAdams. He goes, yeah, Bobby McAdams. Bobby McAdams. He started the world's first online dating site, and he's well known as. In fact, they used to back in the old day when you met someone online, you'd say, I scored a McAdams, is what they'd call it. They wouldn't say I met someone online. They'd say I scored a McAdams, is what they'd say. And Uncle Hector goes, well, that's quite a how do you do there that old Bobby Mickey did there. But no, that's not who I'm talking about. You know the one. You know the classmate that I'm talking about. And what's his name? Willie says, oh, I know you're talking about old Susie Skipper. And Susie Skipper, she became a famous hand model. We'll say hand model. It's a child-friendly program. It's a hand model, and it had just the most beautiful hands. You look at hands like that, and you go, man, those you could really do some. I mean, the opposable thumb this lady's got is just you've seen a thumbs opposing the rest of the hand, but you haven't seen one that seems like it's in conflict. It's beyond opposition. And her hands are just, I mean, you can just the grip this woman could have. She could just literally pick something up and go like this and put it over there. And so that's who you're talking about, right? Old Susie Skipper. And we even know what was Susie. I think she was in a different grade. I don't remember Susie Skipper, and I'm pretty sure I would, because I know a good hand when I see it. So I don't think it's that. That's a poker joke, but that's not the joke. That's not the punchline. And he says, I'm not talking about Susie Skipper. And Willie goes, gosh, I'm not sure who you're talking about. Hey, I know who you're talking about. You're talking all about old Juan, Vasquez there, right? The exchange student. He came and, he was only supposed to be here for a bit, but he stayed. And then he ended up starting the world's first Spanish restaurant. And he went, wow, that's incredible. In our town, the world's first Spanish restaurant. In our town, in our time of history. None before that. He went, I looked it up. First Spanish restaurant. All of them, there were restaurants. They spoke Spanish. It wasn't Spanish food. It was old, what did it say? Juan Velasquez that did that. And he went, wow. Well, if I had remembered that probably is who I would have been talking about. But no, that's not who I'm talking about. And Willie said, I'm going to tell you, Uncle Hector, they're probably going to want to start this show soon. So I can't think of anyone else that would fit the criteria that you're talking about there. And he went, oh, how do you not remember old Bruce Biggleston? And he goes, Bruce Biggleston? That name... Well, I think I remember a Bruce Wiggleston, but it's that. Well, no, not Bruce Wiggleston. That guy was the guy was trouble. I'm not talking about Bruce Wiggleston. I'm surprised you'd even bring that up in a place like this. I'm talking about Bruce Biggleston. And Willie goes, Bruce Biggleston? Are you talking about Bruce Chickleston? He went, no. Bruce Chickleston didn't actually go to our school. We just used to see him over out at the mall that's not there anymore. And he went, okay. Bruce Biggleston, huh? Name doesn't ring a bell. What was he all about? And Uncle Hector says, yeah, he's the guy who invented lifesavers. And Willie goes, wow, invented lifesavers, huh? Yeah, and Uncle Hector said, yeah, he made a mint. So how are you doing?